That's probably going to be playing the whole time.
The construction noise?
Yeah. I
It's
just realized.
authentic.
Yeah.
What are they building?
I think it's a new apartment building.
Well, we have too many of those.
There are a lot.
And actually, when I was driving here, I honestly almost didn't turn on the street because I knew it was the street, but I'm so used to being able to see Publix from that intersection, but it's in the way now. And it also messed up all the traffic routes.
Why do we need so many off-campus apartment buildings?
Well,
Who's
I don't
living
think we've
here?
outgrown campus yet, but I think we are growing as a student.
I don't think so. We've been pretty capped at like
3,000-ish
yeah.
a class.
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. It seems like sometimes some freshmen, they're not required to be on campus, will live in other dorms. Well, the freshmen who try to not live in freshman dorms end up in Woody's, which is really just not a good choice for them.
Or they just commute from home, which you could have, but that'd be a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to commute. My parents didn't want me to commute. That's a lot.
You could have. You of all people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm close enough.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Wait, what?
This is the show.
Could anyone even hear you? You talk so fast.
I'm sorry. This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth.
We've been trying since the very first episode to get Elizabeth on.
This is true. I've been relentless.
Yes. I don't think we've asked someone more than Elizabeth, who has not been on already.
Probably.
What's going on? Why are you so busy?
Why am I so busy? I don't know. During the school year, I just did a lot of things with band and TA. But now it's summer and I had nothing to do, so
Okay.
Here we are.
This is actually a special, this is our 50th episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel so special.
That's
I'm like,
50 times we've tried to get you on. that you've said,
that I
you
haven't
said
come
no.
on the
Yes.
podcast. Man, I'm the worst.
Yeah, but this is the, anyway, Elizabeth is here finally. Connor is not here. He's busy doing other stuff. He's working during the week, so this is we're recording this in advance. And we lost an episode. I'll just make that public. I recorded something with Connor earlier this week, and it got corrupt. The file got corrupted, so we just lost the whole episode.
That's sad.
Yeah, he made the trip here and record, and then it's gone. Anyway, Elizabeth, go ahead. You said you wanted to talk about something.
I don't have anything to talk about. I don't know. Bachelorette fans, this is not
Okay,
a
go ahead.
Bachelorette podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm all about Peter the Pilot, so we'll see how that goes.
Now leave your comments.
Yeah, leave your comments on Peter. Vote for Peter the Pilot at Hannah B. Although I don't know.
Well, this will come out next Tuesday, so there'll only be another episode.
Oh, that's true.
So you're gonna miss something.
So I guess we'll have to see.
Let's put in your predictions.
By the time they listen, the Luke P. Luke S. drama will be sorted out.
Probably.
I mean, okay. Disclaimer to the viewers: I really have only watched like half the episodes, and this is all just like hearsay from other people who've been telling me what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we go.
And our listeners love The Bachelorette.
Oh, I'm sure they do. So, Luke P. and Luke S. are having all this drama. The last episode this past Monday ended before the rose ceremony at the cocktail party, and she was trying to sort out who was telling the truth and what was going on. But what the biggest issue is, I think, is that Hannah B. really liked Luke P., but he's the one who's like the root of all this manipulation and drama and stuff, which is just like, this is too much. I mean, just fundamentally, The Bachelorette. Do you really think you're gonna find love between 30 random men on a TV show? They don't even get to eat
What's
the
the
food.
success rate? Like 3? Have there been 3 couples?
Maybe 4.
Including The Bachelor and The Bachelorette?
Yeah, there haven't been many that have actually made it.
Yeah.
For now, whatever, last season, Colton and whatever, the girl he picked, they're like together, but they haven't gotten married. I think they're basically just dating.
Do you know Jared Haven?
He was from Georgia Tech, right? He was on The Bachelorette or Bachelor?
I don't think he's from Georgia Tech.
Oh. Apparently there was someone from Georgia Tech who, like, people knew who was going on The Bachelorette.
Jared Haven? No. He got married to someone, and they were in Bachelor in Paradise together.
No, I didn't know that one.
Well, that's it.
Like I said, a disclaimer.
I think her name was
not-
Ashley something.
Not dedicated to the show.
Okay. Well, that's it. And that's the show this week.
Have a good one, y'all. Prediction: Luke P may go home, and it'll be very tearful. That's my guess.
Have you been watching anything else?
Been watching anything else? I started watching Gilmore Girls finally.
Okay.
Even though that all already came out and was done at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been pretty fun. It's one of those just drama, kind of fun, relaxing TV shows to watch.
Yes.
I did watch a little bit of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix, and that show's just kind of spooky.
It's too spooky for you?
It's not
Have you
scary,
seen Riverdale?
it's just- I didn't like Riverdale. I got sick of the drama, like 3
Well, that's
episodes.
the whole point of the show.
Yeah, I thought it was just too much. I was like, this is just too extra.
Well, I'll tell you, it gets so much more
Does it get better?
Rachel and I have talked about it, yeah. No, not better. It's that on steroids.
More chaotic?
There's so much.
Well, because they're in Greendale, which is the same universe as Riverdale.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the point. They've talked about a crossover, but it's
Yeah.
hard to do it.
It would be really spooky, though, because, I mean, not spooky.
Riverdale has gotten a little spooky.
Yeah. I mean, everything they film, it just looks like there's, like, the color gray just over it. Like, there's no sunlight
Sabrina,
in Riverdale.
Riverdale?
Yeah. I mean, just from advertisements that I've seen.
Well, because they're trying to get that, like, teen angst audience.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That one was a little bit just too much drama for me. I wanted to watch something relaxing when I wasn't doing school, because I was like, okay, let's just take a break. But yeah, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina was fun, but man, like, you know how some parents were crazy about Harry Potter, and they were like, witches, that's like bad, and like Christianity and all this stuff, like, they would be dead if they ever saw Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Well, it's based on source material. Like, that's all. We've had other Sabrina material.
Yeah, but this one, it's like they actually have like a Dark Lord, and they like call.
Okay, well, that's
yeah, it's.
Is it too much for you?
I mean, I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's been cute. I mean, I like Sabrina. She's a good character. They have good character development in the show. If you want to just overlook all the dark sorcery.
She's a fun character.
Yeah, I mean, Salem the cat doesn't talk like he did in the original. Or maybe not the original, but the Sabrina the Teenage Witch that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's different. It's teen angsty.
yeah. What about
Different
you?
audience.
Have you been watching anything?
That was a great tone. That was great.
Yeah, are you watching TV?
What about you? Have you been watching anything?
Yeah, tell me more, Daniel.
You been watching? I watch a lot of stuff. What have I been watching recently? Well, Black Mirror just came out yesterday, so Owen and I watched one episode. It was interesting. This one was about VR, which I feel like a lot of them are. And he mentioned that. He was like, another VR episode? This one's a little different, though, given what happens. It's basically two guys who were friends for a while, but then years later they kind of settled down. Or one of them settled down and got married as a kid. The other one's still kind of one of those... He's like that friend that never settles down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's dating like some woman who's half his age. And they get a VR game, and it's like... Instead of like with the goggles and stuff, and it's Black Mirror, so it's, you know... they have like, it's like a little chip that you place right above your eyebrow.
Mm.
And it basically, you turn into a zombie. Like you lean back and you're in this world and you can feel everything. And they played like a fighting game.
Him and his young
His
girlfriend?
friend. No. The two guys.
Okay.
Yeah. But then again, like in the game, you can feel everything. You feel all the same sensations. And I won't spoil what the rest
What all
happens, but you
happens,
can
Pretty gruesome, maybe.
not gruesome.
Wasn't gruesome, just wondered about.
And so yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for the audience, but
Gotcha.
they kind of it's a little complicated. And they go into like the family drama of that because one of the guys is married and he's got a kid, and they're trying to have another kid. He never wants to get with his wife. And she's like, we haven't done it in like a month, and we're trying to have a baby. And he's just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong. I'm not cheating on you, technically.
Yeah.
And then,
Interesting, but yeah.
which is kind of...
Was it anything like, did you see Bandersnatch? The Black Mirror one?
Yes. No, I mean, it was different than Bandersnatch.
Well, that one was different than most Black Mirror episodes,
That was
right?
a choose your own adventure. And that's why so Black Mirror is usually released in December. There's usually like, I don't know, 8 or so episodes? 6 to 8? 6 maybe? This one's only 3 because of Bandersnatch, and it's released in the summer. So it's pushed back 6 months, and it's only 3 episodes.
Interesting.
But they're all like over an hour, so it's...
Okay. So it's kind of fair. I guess in a way.
Yeah, this one was interesting. Owen didn't like it that much. I thought it was obviously with Black Mirror, it's meant to mimic reality, and I think it kind of is. We already see that's what VR is often used for nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
you can predict that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously. And it's something, I mean, other than the physical technology, just the idea that that's how VR can turn into. Because they're supposed to be playing like this fighting game.
Yeah.
Like
but
this
it's
stereotypical like ninja fighting or whatever.
Street Fighter.
Actually, yeah, it's a Street Fighter knockoff. But you know, they realize when you give that's unfortunately that's what happens with that.
Oh, did you go see Detective Pikachu?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I couldn't get it.
It was so cute.
Yeah,
I loved it. I still haven't seen Endgame, but I prioritized going to go see
Detective Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu.
Endgame, you'll get spoiled. That's the problem. No one's gonna
Yeah.
spoil Detective Pikachu for you.
No, but I mean, I feel like at this point I already know what's going to happen in Endgame. 'Cause,
You don't.
I mean, I think I know who's going to die and who's not going to die. I don't
Go
know what's
ahead.
going to happen.
Okay, let's go ahead. Elizabeth, give your predictions
Of who
of
dies.
Endgame, Avengers Endgame. What's the plot?
But what if I like ruin it? No, I have no idea.
Everyone
what
else in
plot's
the
gonna
world
be.
has seen it. It's made $2.73 billion. It actually has. It's made about that much money.
Okay.
It's the second highest grossing movie of all time.
Okay, fine.
Okay, your
so
plot prediction.
I
okay?
think Tony's gonna die. I
Okay.
think Black Widow's gonna die.
Okay.
Natasha. I think Loki's coming back.
Okay.
I think Peter Parker's coming back.
Okay.
I think that Spider-Man: Far From Home will take place after
Let's take
Endgame.
it. Okay. Have you seen the new trailer?
I have not. I didn't
Well,
want to. I
'cause
didn't
it
watch
sa-
the
well,
new
it says
trailer.
there's a little thing Tom Holland
It
says.
says there's spoilers.
There's spoilers for Endgame.
So I
Don't
haven't
watch
seen
it.
the new trailer, but
Okay.
isn't Jake Gyllenhaal
He is.
He's the
You
villain.
can watch the old trailer, the previous
Yeah,
one from
and Jake
last year,
Gyllenhaal's
whatever. That's not spoil. That doesn't spoil anything.
Yeah, so I've seen that trailer.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched the new ones. I didn't want to spoil Endgame. But at this
Mm-hmm.
point, I'm just like, man, are movie theaters even still showing it?
It is.
So-
Oh, they're gonna show it,
Yeah.
especially since Spider-Man's gonna come
Coming
soon.
out.
So it
People
might get a
wanna
little.
see
It might get a little bump. Hold on,
Yeah,
let me
so
make sure.
we'll see. I need to go see it. Hopefully, I'll get to do that sooner rather than later. So
You
that
can do it any day. You're not busy.
I mean, I'm kind of busy.
No.
Abigail's getting home from her trip tomorrow.
Oh well, of course,
And I have to go do errands with my mom.
of course. You have to go to Costco.
I have to go to Costco and the grocery store. We have to clean the house.
No, I'm worried about seeing Detective Pikachu because I don't really know anything about Pokemon,
You're not
and
a
I'm
big
worried it's
Pokemon
just gonna
person?
be a
I
lot
don't-
of names. and
I think
stuff,
that
and
you
not-
can
I
watch Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, what I've
not
heard is
being
I can
a
enjoy
hardcore
the
Pokemon
story.
fan, and you can still enjoy it because it's
Yes.
not like you're going to miss it. I mean, you might not notice. Oh, this random
There's a
Pokemon
lot of
in
Easter
the background
eggs.
is
Yeah.
this thing. I mean, I was a pretty big Pokemon kid. I didn't play with the cards, but I
Mhm.
watched the show pretty religiously,
Okay, then you should know.
and so I
Did
knew.
you knew a lot of the stuff.
So I
that
mean, I
happened?
knew I've definitely forgotten some of it. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
stay a huge Pokemon person, which is why I wanted to see it because I was a big Pokemon person. Also, I thought it'd be really interesting with Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu,
Yeah.
and I thought he did a really good job with it. It was really cute, and the animation. Because I remember when they first started coming out with it, it was like they were all furry, and we're all like, what? But then that makes sense. Like Pikachu's a mouse Pokemon.
It's well, because okay, it's kind of. Have you seen like the Sonic stuff that happened?
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's no good way to do this. It's stupid. It's an
We're-
animated thing.
We're all used to it being a cartoon.
Yeah, it's going to look stupid. There's no good way. It's not like it'll either look really dumb. Yeah, it's gonna look dumb no matter what. And so,
I did think they did a really good job with it because all the Pokemon look true to themselves. I mean, there's ones in the background you don't know, but I mean, basically, if they interact with anyone that's in them, they interact. They say, "Oh, it's this one," and they'll say the Pokemon.
but I don't want to this was kind of similar with Fantastic Beasts. I don't want to have to bring like a notebook.
Oh, fantastic!
Keep track of.
No, not like Fantastic. Fantastic Beasts. That second movie was too much. I just think that they could have made the one and maybe a second one, and
Well,
they
there's
could have been.
3 more.
I know, but I don't want to go see them.
You don't? You're done with them? I thought we were gonna see them.
I may go see, like later. I don't think I'm just gonna be like I'm rushing
On
to
the
the
Warner
box
Brothers
office
streaming
to
service?
see them. Maybe once they're online, or maybe I'll go see them in theaters. But it's definitely not gonna be. Maybe they're better because the second one kind of was a letdown compared to the first one, in my opinion. It was just too much setting stuff up and not enough things happened.
Oh, it was a lot of just these 2 people are walking down a hallway talking about something that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then you cut to another shot of 2 people walking in a hallway talking about something that's gonna happen.
Yeah. It was kind of just like when you read a book and there's just too much exposition and you can't start the book. And because it's just boring, and the book is a good book later, and people recommend it to you, but you just can't get through the exposition.
Well, this one, there's no one recommending it. There's no one knows what's going to happen. This isn't based on a book. This is J.K. Rowling.
Well, I know. This is just her letting them run wild.
No, she's writing it. She wrote this. She wrote the screenplay. It's her story.
It's just, I don't know. It seemed like a lot.
I mean, I forget the guy's name. What's the director's name?
I feel like they could have squished it.
The director, do you remember what his name is?
No.
Well, he's directed a bunch of Harry Potter stuff, obviously, and I think he's done.
Oh, he's not doing it anymore?
I hope not. He kind of seems like he's burnt. I think we need a new kind of direction. Yeah, a new voice here, because he's done since before Half-Blood Prince, right? He did, what was the one before that?
Let's see, Sorcerer's Stone.
He did, okay, Kron did that one, and then he's done since the fourth one.
Okay, the fourth one.
David Yates. His name is David Yates. Yeah, I think
the
he's
Goblet of Fire was the fourth one.
And then it was Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, and then Half-Blood Prince was the fifth one.
And then Deathly Hallows. Are we missing one?
No. The Half-Blood Prince was the sixth one.
Okay, which one? What's the one between Goblet of Fire?
I don't know. There's one in the middle, and it's like number 5 is the one where Harry's just Order of the Phoenix. That's one where he just whines for like.
He whines on a lot of them.
It's the longest book and the shortest movie because the whole book is Harry whining.
Yeah. Well, some of like Half-Blood Prince is almost there's like rom-com elements. I remember seeing that. And I was like,
because
this is kind of like a rom-com.
She's kind of setting up Ron and Hermione, but it's mostly Harry and Ginny. But then all the fans were like, "What? It was supposed to be Harry and Hermione." But then she was like, "Psych."
See this conversation. No, but I saw that in was it high school or middle school? Whenever it came out, I saw it with a bunch of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really I'm not really much of a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
And I'll see them, but. And I saw it with a bunch of friends that really were, and I walked out and I was like, "That was a rom-com," and they all looked at me like I was crazy, like I said something sacrilege, or I disgraced something sacrilege. I was like, "It's."
I mean, she had to set up the romance for the final book.
Did you?
I remember I went and saw Deathly Hallows number 7. I think it was part 2, maybe it was part 1. But I was in 8th grade. No, I was in 7th grade. I was in 7th grade when I went and saw. I think it was part 1.
Okay, so it was middle school.
Yeah, and so I went, and it was right after I had like my school musical that night, and so like I went home and then changed into my
Did you
wizard
see it like
robe.
at midnight?
Yeah, when it was the second night it was out because it came out on Friday.
I saw
so
it Thursday night.
It went that Thursday night, so I went and saw it that Friday night because I had a show Thursday night too. So I was already just super tired because it was opening weekend of the play.
Mm-hmm.
But I went at 11 o'clock that next Friday night because that was the earliest we could get there after the show. I remember being so tired, but it was good.
Yeah.
Because most of the other ones, I didn't go see them in theaters. My parents saw Half-Blood Prince in theaters. Yeah, but I only saw the 7s in theaters.
The 7s?
Part 1 and part 2.
Yeah. Let's take Pikachu.
Did any other movies come out recently?
Owen and I saw Rocket Man.
Was it good?
It's good.
Did Taron Egerton do a good job?
He's great. And he sings his own songs, in case you didn't know.
I saw that. I saw like a
sings
morning
his own songs.
TV show
Just
interview
if you,
with him.
maybe it would spoil it if you look up like a video of him singing one of them, but if you're skeptical, he's great.
Oh, I believe he is.
He's not Elton John, obviously.
Well,
but
Elton John's
he
songs
mimics
are hard
him.
to sing.
He mimics him enough that he's not like just doing an impression. He adds his own thing.
Yeah.
But it sounds enough like him that it works.
That it works for the movie.
Yeah.
Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
Okay. My mom really liked Bohemian Rhapsody.
This one's different from what I hear. I mean, I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody, but this one is like...
Bohemian Rhapsody seemed more like a drama.
This one is like a concert film. And that one's like a concert film. This one's more... This is a full-on musical.
Okay.
There's like an opening... Is it the opening?
It's a musical?
Yes.
Oh, now I really...
Like, they are dancing around. There's big set pieces.
Oh, yes.
There's still like... You still see him. Yeah, it's very different.
Was very...
There's some fantastical elements. It's still... You know, it's not like a big fantasy. It's not Mary Poppins.
A scale of
maybe
1 to Mamma Mia. How musical is musical movie?
I think there's a lot of big set pieces, but they're more toward the front end. Like when they're setting up his childhood, they kind of go through that. They kind of start to wean out toward the end, but you still hear the music. Like his music is throughout the whole movie, obviously. But it's not as like fantastical, let's say.
That's fair. Yeah, I saw the morning show. I think it was Kelly and Ryan, and like they did a morning talk show interview with him about the
Taron
movie.
Egerton or
Taron Egerton.
Okay.
And he said that he got to, become friends with Elton John. But what cracked me up was that in Kingsman 2, Elton John was in the movie. Have you seen it?
I didn't see.
He was.
I heard bad things about it.
Oh,
so
it was not great.
I just skipped it.
But I watched it. It was on TV or something.
Okay.
So I watched it.
I think I've seen parts of it.
And they're in this compound, which is where like the bad villain lady lives. It's called like Poppyland, and she has Elton John captive, and he's just like in this stage for whenever like she wants him to perform, I guess. And so he's just in there, playing and singing, and then he has that song. It's like Saturday.
That's in the movie.
So that one, he starts that song and then says like Wednesday or something. I don't remember if it was Wednesday. And the guy was like, "What? That's not how it goes." And he was like, "Yeah, well, it's Wednesday." And then like knocks him out because it was right when the fight scene was starting, and Elton John was trying to he was like, "I'm running free," and trying to escape. Oh, it was hilarious.
Okay. Kingsman 2.
I mean, okay, maybe Elton John didn't make that movie. That part was pretty good.
No, but Rocketman was very good. They hit on the drama and just personalized stuff. From what I hear, very different than Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, they really get into it. Don't worry, Elizabeth. You can see it.
Okay.
It's appropriate.
That's good.
It is rated R, though.
Really?
There's some language.
That's
It's probably language. There's no nudity.
Okay. I mean, languages.
Is that
Why
okay
they
for you?
first started rating things
Okay.
R. I
This
mean,
is
wasn't
violent.
it what Indiana Jones was the first reason they had to rate something PG-13?
Is Angel and the Temple of Doom? Well, that's what a lot of people think, but there was a separate movie. I can't remember what it was.
Is there another one
Yeah, that came out the year before that. They was really
that they had to rate higher?
yeah. But no, it was good. It was good. I think I liked it more than one.
Wait, so did you just go like yesterday?
It came out this past weekend, so
Okay.
we went
Just opened on
on
Friday.
Sunday night.
Okay.
Yes, Sunday night.
Have you seen any other? They were hyping up The Sun Is Also a Star. That's a book, right? A book
Were
turned
they?
into a movie.
That's such a.
I feel like they
that
were.
title.
I feel like they were hyping it up. Fine. They were
That's-
hyping it up to the teen girls.
Okay, well that's. And your
young adult.
It was
and,
on your feed.
And me, and my teen to young adult.
The title means nothing. The
Yeah.
sun is also a star. Sure, it is.
I think they
It's
go
like
to
saying-
a planetarium or something, and that's where
the
they
Earth
got
is also a planet. Is that the sequel?
Maybe.
It's. I was
We should write that.
I was watching this video online where like they were doing this. It's like a YouTube video. They were doing this game where it's like, they were it's based on that title. This guy made up a bunch of similar like nothing titles, and you had to say whether it sounded interesting or not. I'll show you the video afterward, but.
Okay.
It's like,
And I bet, it would be like if Weird Al remade it, how he always like remakes songs. If he remade that movie, it would be like The Earth is Also a Planet, and it would just be like a whole like drama series about the Earth being like, I'm a planet too. And all the
just
other
like-
planets being like, you're
but it's just
infested
like-
with humans.
It's just like a title that says nothing. It was like I think one of the parody titles was like On the Edge of Yesterday. It tells you nothing about the movie.
Interesting. Well, the movie itself
The
is
Sun Is Also
it's about this girl. I don't remember what the characters' names are, but it's a girl and a guy, and they just kind of happenstance meet.
Hot young people.
And he's like, I can make you fall. She was like, I don't believe in love. And he's like, I can make you
Yeah,
fall in
I
love with
think
me
I saw
in
a
one
review
day.
of it.
And she's like, I only have an hour because she's getting deported.
Mm-hmm.
And so it talks a lot about, like, staying true to, like, your culture and, like, two different cultures and young people growing up in America and all those.
But the sun.
But the
Is
sun
a star.
is
It's
a star. In case you were wondering, it's also a science
Does it have to
lesson.
do with the movie?
Probably not.
No. It's also a star.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks kind of, I mean, I can never show all of that, but, yeah, it's kind of something that maybe, there's a lot of, those Netflix rom-coms.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any of them?
The Netflix rom-coms? Oh, I have watched all the summer ones. My friend wanted to watch them. We went to the beach over Memorial Day, and every night when we were home from the beach after dinner, she was like, all right, which Netflix rom-com are we checking off the
Yeah,
list?
there's so many. I think Netflix is kind of cornering the market on it.
Yeah, so we watched The Perfect Date, which has Noah Centineo, Heartthrob, Peter Kavinsky from To All the
I feel
Boys
like
I
he's
Loved
done
Before.
yeah, I was gonna say he did. Yeah,
He's been on a
totally.
lot of stuff since that movie came out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, I think he was on, like, Disney Channel or something.
He was on The Fosters.
Was he on The Fosters? I didn't watch The Fosters, but...
Well, admittedly, I watched some of The Fosters.
Well, he was on Disney Channel, Magazine on The Fosters, and then I think Netflix snagged him up when they were like,
He kept
you are the
upgrading.
next Team
He
Heartthrob.
kept he did his stepping stones.
Yeah, so then him and Laura Marano was the female star in that
I
one.
feel like there's 5 of these type of actors and actresses, and they just kind of
They just
interchange
trade them around.
Yeah, they just change them. They move them back and forth.
Yeah. And then I think the guy from...
Because the guy in the Sun is Also Stars...
He's going to be in the second
Yeah.
one for the To All the Boys
That's
That
the
Love
guy from
Before.
Riverdale, right?
Mm-hmm. And
there you go.
he's...
See?
Well, I haven't seen since he joined the Riverdale
Okay.
show, but I know he's on it.
Charlie Menton? Something like that?
Yeah.
Charles Meston?
Yeah. It starts with an M.
Some combination.
It starts with an M for his last
I
name.
think it's like Menton.
Yeah. I'll just go with that.
But yeah, they're all kind of the same.
Mhm. And then the other one, that one's like he's convinced that he needs to get into an Ivy League school and he needs to drive the best car and he wants to date the prettiest girl, and so he starts this app where he's like a stand-in date and like he like makes money doing it, and then like it all just kind of goes awry on him. He has to lose all his friends so he can gain them all back, that kind of thing. It's
See,
two
I
friends.
like rom-coms, but I like good ones.
It was just too predictable.
Otherwise, I get frustrated with the characters because there's nothing I hate more than stupid characters.
I would agree. The other one that I watched the last summer, it was a story about, the summer between senior year and college. That one I liked better than The Perfect Date.
Okay.
But I mean, it still wasn't that great. It had KJ Apa in it, also from Riverdale.
I'm telling you, there's only like 5 of them.
and
they just
and
keep
Maya
switching around.
Mitchell, and then...
Who's from The Fosters.
Yeah, from The Fosters. But now she has her own show, Good Trouble.
Or, yeah, with the other girl from The
Yeah.
Fosters. They did a spin-off.
Yeah, they're like moving on.
Because
it's
the
like
Fosters needed to move
Goldbergs
on.
when the Goldbergs
Well,
went to school
The Fosters needed to move on because it was like 6 seasons, but they were supposed to be in high school.
the whole time, so...
It's like you gotta. That's what Riverdale's gonna run into trouble because they're seniors in next season, I guess.
So they'll have to
They have
graduate
to
and find
figure
something
out.
else to do.
They're gonna have to figure out something. Like maybe they'll be done, or maybe.
Maybe we'll just have a special or something.
Well, I think it's a very profitable show for the CW. It's one of their best shows for the CW, so they have to keep it around.
I guess
People
so.
like Rachel have to watch it
Yeah.
as she walks. She has to stop doing that. You have to tell her to stop doing that. When she's
Walking
like walking
and
to
watching.
class, she watches TV.
That's not safe, especially with all the scooters.
It's bad enough to like use your phone and walk,
Yeah,
but like when
watching TV.
you're plugged in and you're watching.
At least she's not on a
And she's
bird.
not a big person too, so she could easily just get run over by a normal-sized human being who's walking.
This is true.
Who's walking?
It'd be like
I've
one of the-
almost run into her.
One of the basketball players, the football players.
Oh, though she's dead. But I'm just saying, even me,
That's
I
true.
could
You can
trample
knock her over.
I could trample. So you could trample her.
Yeah. She's pretty short. I mean, she's not. She's like an average female height. I'm just kind of tall.
No, she's on the shorter end.
I thought she was 5'4".
Is she?
Yeah, that's
I think
average.
isn't the what's the? I thought it was 5'5".
Oh, I thought it was 5'4".
5'6".
It's either
I think it's
5'4" or
5'6".
5'5".
I think it's more than 5'4".
It's been up to 5'6". It used to be 5'4".
You're saying that half of all women are shorter than Rachel? I
Maybe.
don't think that's true. Maybe she's taller than I think, and she's shorter than you think.
Maybe. I don't know.
Rachel, if you're listening, how tall are you?
Weigh in. How tall are you? All the way from
Yeah,
France.
she can call in. Yeah, have her call
I
in.
can't call her in. She's in France.
She can call in. Tanner, I recorded an episode with Tanner in France.
So over the phone?
Yeah, well, on like Skype.
Oh.
Because Skype, you can. That's how I do it with Connor. Behind the scenes for the Experience podcast. On Skype, you can record the video call.
Oh, okay.
So you just click record. You don't have to do anything. Yeah, that's very easy.
That's cool.
So I did that with Tanner and his friends in France. He's drinking a lot of wine.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you do. What they do when they go to Europe. When you study abroad, they all just go to Metz and they drink wine, and then they go to Germany.
He said he had like a bunch of wine bottles. I forget how many it was, like over 10,
like in his room.
just sitting in his room.
Oh man.
And he'd been there like a week.
Oh no.
Like empty bottles, not full.
Wow.
Like,
Well, I mean, they drink wine like with every
he was
meal.
drinking wine. Yeah, he was drinking wine just like on the podcast.
Or just
he had
chilling,
some Chardonnay or whatever it was.
Interesting.
I was like,
I really haven't tried that much wine. I mean, I'm turning.
There's some good ones. We have.
My best friend turned 22.
You're 21, right?
Yeah, I'm turning 22
You're
in
old.
September.
Yeah.
But 4 days ago, my best friend Lane turned 22.
We have a rosé in the fridge. I got. Rosé is good.
Yeah.
It's a little.
It's like an in between, right? Between white wine and red wine, or.
I mean, color. Yes, it's pink.
Well, yeah,
So,
but I don't know
think
how to classify rosé.
it's
I don't know
like it's a
anything.
sparkling sweet wine.
Okay.
Not that sweet. Not like candy. It's not like
But
candy.
like a dessert.
It's like a champagne type of thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to have a dessert. It's good for like a summer day.
I had this wine the other day. It was like a dinner party that was really fancy. My friend's mom was hosting, and I was just staying the night at my friend's house, so we got included in the dinner party. And it was like one of those dessert wines that's so sweet you have to serve it in like the tiny wine glasses.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah,
Well, I know rosé's not like that, but it was really. It tasted like
those are
like honey.
Oh yeah.
It was like a brandy wine. And you know how like I made this reference to my friend, and she just died laughing that I would even say something like it. But I was like, like in Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and the Olympians, all those series, how they always had ambrosia. I was like, this is what I will always now think is ambrosia. This is like sweet honey wine.
No, there's some really good dessert wines that Owen got too drunk on one time.
Did you get sweet dessert wines? Because I know sometimes dessert wines are more bitter to be paired with something.
Yeah, there's some sweet ones. But rosé is pretty good. It's a little girly.
So
you'd like it.
You don't know that.
You would like it. I think this is something you would like.
I mean, I've had a rosé before. I have had rosé.
Okay.
And I did like it. It was good.
It's pretty much.
But I've only ever had a rosé, and then I think it was a white wine, but it was like a sweet.
Like a Chardonnay.
It wasn't Chardonnay.
No, because that's.
Maybe it was like Pinot.
Pinot Grigio.
I think it was that one.
Pinot Grigio's okay.
I don't know. I've had that, and then maybe one other kind.
We
did
like a wine tasting.
Yeah.
Downtown.
That's cool.
We tried like several of them. There were like four different red wines, a couple whites, and then a dessert.
I really want to tour a beer brewery, not because I haven't actually really. I had beer one time, but it was like
my dad really wants me to
not
drink
good.
beer, and I'm like no.
But I mean, it was like a cheap beer.
Okay.
But it was like out with like a bunch of people, like the 2110 TAs.
I'll bring you back some from Germany.
The good stuff. But I kind of want to tour Sweetwater's. A lot of people say they're like, oh, I don't like Sweetwater beer. And I'm like, I don't want their beer. I just want to see how beer's made.
We did a rye whiskey tour. We went to there's a factory in Baltimore.
Oh.
They talked to us. They talked about the difference between rye, whiskey, bourbon, and scotch.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed us like all these. There's a lot of chemical engineering.
Yeah.
It's just distillation columns, which is just chemical engineering. And they showed us how that, and they had
what
like
you could do full time.
I know a lot. I don't think they had any applications for engineers. But yeah, and then they had.
You can work for Budweiser.
My friend wants to like just brew beer for a living.
That's a cool thing to do.
I mean, he loves beer. He's I think you know Daniel Oliver from band.
Yeah.
He's too. Yeah. He just wants to brew beer for a living.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, we had like a tasting, and some of those whiskeys, it was like 60% alcohol, 65% alcohol.
Whoa!
And I was like, I couldn't. They gave us the tiniest little sample, and I couldn't finish it. I took like a sip. It was insane. And then they had like little chocolates with alcohol.
Oh,
like
really?
Little alcohol chocolates, yeah.
And I guess with chocolate you don't have to bake it, so it wouldn't cook out.
No, it was
very strong.
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that strong at all. It was just like chocolate little kick. It was actually pretty good.
I had
it was like a
jelly
cleanser
bean with jalapeno in it once.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was jalapeno in the jelly bean.
They have jalapeno jelly beans. If you buy like the big pack of jelly beans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like no, it was like a different brand, not like Jelly Belly. It was like a specific pepper.
The problem with the Jelly Belly one is like they'll give you like 100 jelly beans. You only want 20 of them.
Yeah. Well, it's like
so you don't know which one.
Because there's the Bertie Bott's every flavored bean. It's like there's the Russian roulette beans.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even just regular jelly beans for me can be like Russian roulette because I don't like
exactly.
most of the flavors.
That's what I'm saying. You get I don't think most people like more than like 10% of them.
Yeah.
20%. And so you can never keep track because they give you like the little box with the outline, but there's 100 of them in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to row 12.
Yeah.
Column 3.
I bet the one thing that those like big candy stores when they have like the wall of M&Ms or Skittles or jelly beans and you can just pick which one you want. See, that's smart.
But then I can never do that because
I never do it because it's like by weight and I don't eat that much candy. But
it's expensive.
Yeah, but I mean that's how they get people. Is you just like, oh, I want this many.
Yeah.
Like with Froyo, you don't know how much it's gonna weigh until you get to
that's
the
why
end.
they give you the big cups. They don't give you tiny cups. They give you
give
the smallest cup is huge.
Yeah, that way you fill it up so that it weighs enough.
And you don't keep track. You're just like, I want this, this, and this. And the toppings are a lot of the weight too, depending on which toppings. If you get like Oreos.
Yeah, I like. So You
or
know,
just
now that
a
I'm
stack of weights?
dairy free, I'll go and like get like their fruit sorbet because that's usually what they have.
Mhm.
That's dairy
They always
free.
have a dairy free.
Although actually, when we were at the beach, my friend wanted to go get ice cream. You know,
Uh-huh.
she's also dairy free. She's actually allergic, so she really can't have it.
You could have it. It's just
I can have it. It's just
not
better for me
comfortable.
to not. But we went there and they had like 3 machines that were down, and one of those was their only dairy free option. So then we went and she got shaved ice. But
They had, I think at the one over here, they had like dairy free vanilla too.
I'm just not a vanilla person. I like the
It's
fruit.
an option.
But you know, like those like little orbs you can get that are like they're like little tiny.
Oh, yeah, I
like,
don't know what
usually
those
pink or
are.
yellow.
I don't know what those are.
I don't know what they are, but like you can like pop them. Like when you eat them, they
Oh, really?
They, like,
I thought they
pop.
were like hard.
No, they're like liquid on the inside.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a jelly coating, I guess, but like
Mhm.
you like bite it and it pops, and then it's like little flavor. They're pretty cool.
It's like a second flavor.
Yeah, and it goes well with the fruit.
The fruit one. Yeah, I never know what to put in the fruit ones. Like if you get like a raspberry,
You just put more
what do you
fruit
put?
in it.
Yeah, what do you put?
But the fruit also weighs a lot. But I usually put those.
Yeah, if you put
I'll
like
just put a couple of
strawberries,
those.
it's,
Those weigh a lot. Unless they cube them up really small, but they
Yeah.
don't. They put them in like those giant
even so.
quarters
Yeah,
of
they put
strawberries.
in a giant quarter. You can get one strawberry, and that's definitely the cheapest thing they have there.
Yeah.
Just- so it should not be, but they should have like a different category. But it's too complicated for people, for all the old women that grow.
Yeah, you just put it on the thing and weigh it.
Mm-hmm. And there was one that was like guess the weight on Tuesdays, and you get it for free. And I
Yeah.
tried to do that one time, and I didn't even like I was going to do it, but then he was already like, all right,
Or
$6.75 or whatever, and I was like, I didn't.
I wanted to guess. I don't even know how I would guess something like that.
You'd have to be good at it. Yeah, well, you should be able to.
Maybe.
Mechanical engineering.
If I did the calculations.
Yeah, you gotta do
Like,
calculations.
this much volume is filled.
Yeah, because you
What
don't
is
know.
the density
Well, the problem
of-
with like the yogurt is in ice cream is like 75% air.
Yeah.
So
So it all depends on your toppings. Back
Mhm.
to the toppings.
It's all about
That's
the
all the
toppings.
weight.
it's all about the toppings. Okay, we can wrap up here. If you have anything else you want to talk about, we can keep going.
I don't know.
No. Who's that?
It was my family group chat.
No, what's going on?
Snapchat.
You have a family Snapchat?
No, not the family Snapchat. It's a
Oh.
Snapchat of other people.
So you have a family Snapchat?
No. My dad does have a Snapchat, but he doesn't respond when I Snapchat him because he only has it so
Maybe he just
can-
doesn't want to.
I'll Snapchat him and I have to tell him I sent him a Snapchat because he just has it to use the face filters because he thinks they're funny.
Okay.
He just uses the filters and then saves the video and then he'll like just send them in our family group chat.
In the
Yes.
the text messages.
So he'll just text them to us. Which
Well.
is pretty funny.
It's okay.
Or he'll save them on his phone and then show them to us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could have sent it to
Print
me.
them out
That would be great. Let me try to print out
and
this
mail them.
video.
Yeah, and mail it. Print out the stills. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you look at it in this
Go in order.
Yeah.
You just flip through like a little sticky pad flip
Yeah,
book.
in a USB, he emails you a floppy disk.
I did find a floppy disk in our basement the other day.
The-
Not that we can use them. It's just there.
Yeah, we can play it.
With
you have to go to
the
like an old
Polaroid
retro
camera,
store.
you know?
Yeah, you have to go to like an old retro
It's like an old film camera, an old Polaroid camera, and then a floppy disk in a box.
It's memorables.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Elizabeth. Do you want to plug your stuff?
Plug my stuff?
You want people to find you online later?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you need more followers on
No,
Instagram?
I'm good. I mean, I'm private. You can try to follow me.
Okay, try to follow us. Yeah, okay, that's it then. Thanks.
Bye.